Let's play a new game that we just created. It's called Fact or Fiction. This is a game where I am going to present Tristan with either 2-0 or 0-2 teams, and based on their records, we're going to say, is that record fact, like it is true, it is supposed to be this way, there's no turning back, or is it fiction, are they fooling us, and we need to reevaluate and say, hey, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's start off with the Minnesota Vikings. They are 2-0 right now. Fact or fiction?
I got to say the Minnesota Vikings are fact. Because
Okay.
the 49ers game does it for me. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to run the gauntlet. I'm not saying they're going to win their division, but it's possible. They look so much better than I expected, even though I believe in Kevin O'Connell. It's Sam Darnold. He's been playing great. And the defense. The defense has been playing good. They've elevated. I think they feel good, and I think Kevin O'Connell believes he's got a quarterback. The Vikings are for real. They're a problem. You're not overlooking them if you've got to play them on the schedule. The 2-0 start is a fact for them.
I like it. I just don't see the longevity being there. The Cincinnati Bengals are 0-2. Tristan, tell me, are they fact or fiction?
Can it be in between? Do I have to answer the question? I have to play the game?
Yeah, you do. It's part of the rules.
Damn it. I'm going to say fiction because we saw what they can do when they're, motivated. The big thing for Cincinnati is getting motivated. They mentioned it. We talked about it earlier in the show on the broadcast. They didn't play last week. They didn't put effort into it. The effort they put against the Chiefs, it was clear. Everybody was going out there trying to win the football game. Let me see that every week. Let me see some more creative offensive scheme. They start 0-2 every year, and they end up making the playoffs. That's just what they do. They start slow. But we said this preseason, they might not be able to start slow and recover because of the schedule. Ultimately, I still believe in Joe Burrow because I saw them fight against the Chiefs today. I'm going to say the 0-2 start is fiction. They might not be terrific, but they're going to be a player in the AFC. They have to be.
Yeah, you'd hope so. I disagree. I think I know you aren't asking for my take, but I think that is a fact. I think this team is in shambles, and there's a lot more concern that people need to talk about with the Bengals. I think this was a one-off game where they always play the Chiefs really close, and I think that ultimately the Bengals are still
That's the question.
Really bad.
Yeah, for sure. That's what you're wondering. Was the Chiefs a one-off, or is it a sign of things to come?
Exactly. We just don't know. But let's move on to another 2-0 team. Let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks. Are they fact or fiction?
The Seattle Seahawks, I feel like, again, that team kind of in the middle, but I'm going to say fiction just because of the opponents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You beat the Broncos, you beat the Patriots. I know, Patriots are frisky. I understand they beat the Bengals. They're better than expected. The Broncos look kind of terrible. Bo Nix looks like a deer in headlights out there. So what do I do? He looks rough. It shows you preseason's not real football. So I think the Seahawks are good. I think I even picked them to make the playoffs as like my last, my 7th seed in the NFC. Mike McDonald is doing good. It's the first time they've had a 2-0 start with a new coach and maybe ever. I know they said a really long time. It's clear they're better than they were with Pete Carroll. It was time for him to go. I think they're a good team. I don't think they're put the league on notice team. So they're good, but I'm going to say fiction on the 2-0. Don't start celebrating just yet. Pump the brakes.
I think they're going to fan the flame a little bit more with Miami traveling to them next week with Skylar Thompson behind center. I think that they're going to probably have an easy win there. Maybe not easy, but they're going to probably win that game.
Who they got after that?
Well, then we're going to find out the real talk because then they travel to Ford Field and play the Lions. So I think we're really not going to find out who this team truly is until week 4. Let's move on to another 0-2 team. Let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts with the best football throw of the year by Anthony Richardson.
Wow.
I showed a buddy of mine that today from last week, and every week I'm going to watch it at least once. I have to. It is that good. I didn't realize how good it was until I've rewatched it 18 times now. Anyway, 0-2 right now, though, despite the beautiful throw. Are they fact or fiction?
Hate to say it, but I think this is fact, buddy. I do, because even though I picked them to make it in the playoffs to be that 7th AFC team, and even though I really like Shane Steichen, I just feel like Anthony Richardson is too up and down. Now, we hope he can get there. He has so much talent, but he makes poor decisions. He can't consistently drive the football. I mean, think about how little football this guy's played. He had only started like 16 games or something in his life at college, and then he made it to the NFL last year, played 4 games, got hurt. He's essentially a rookie. He just needs more time. The Colts, they're a solid roster, but the lack of experience at the quarterback position is going to be too much to overcome. I thought with Shane Steichen, he would be able to manage it because he took Flacco to the playoffs. He took Jalen Hurts to the Super Bowl. He's a quarterback whisperer. He might get there, but it's going to take longer than I expected. This record's fact.
Couldn't agree more. Let's move on to the last 2-0 team we'll talk about. That's the New Orleans Saints. I'm pretty sure I know how you lean here, but fact or fiction?
I it could go the other way. I got to go fact, though, because when you have two performances like that, I don't care that one was against the Panthers, the other's against the Cowboys. They're NFL teams, and they have dominated two NFL teams. They are by far the most dominant team in the NFL through 2 weeks. I am so impressed. I'm more impressed than I've ever been with Dennis Allen at anything in my life. You know what I mean? I'm more impressed when he puts his pants on right in the morning. But this one,
he is too, to be honest.
You got to be. I got to give them credit. This is fact. Again, how long is the runway? I don't know, but they didn't luck into this start. You got to. Everyone's look in the NFC is looking at the Saints like,
91 offensive points, 29 allowed on defense through 2 games. That's incredible. However you want to chalk it up, it's definitely fact in my book. Let's move on to the last 0-2 team, the Rams. They are plagued with injury, and I know that's probably going to be a little bit swaying of the opinion, but fact or fiction on them?
It's not fair, but it's fact because of the injuries.
I know.
It's fiction if everyone's healthy and some things just happen, but they can't win and be playoff threats like this. I picked them to be my number 1 seed in the NFC. I was all in on the Rams this year. I mean, we saw what they looked like against Detroit when they were healthy, but losing almost your entire offensive line, Puka Nacua going down. Now Cooper Kupp got banged up. Matthew Stafford, he got sacked 5 times. He's not going to be able to sustain it. Things are going downhill quick. And I don't think anybody's going to be healthy, next week. We know Puka's on IR. The offensive line situation's all over the place. This season's getting out of hand for Los Angeles fast. And it's not really through any fault of theirs. It's just bad luck. But the 0-2 start's real. It's fact.
I agree with you. It's fact right now because the injuries, we're going to have to wait till about week 6 or 7 until they start getting some of these guys back, I would imagine. And maybe at that point we change our answer. But right now, we got to go for the fact.